All right, amazing humans, I'm here to talk to you about a systems game plan. All right, and a systems game plan in short is, for one, let's talk about what systems are, and then we can talk about what a game plan is for your systems, right? So, systems. What are systems? I've talked about this a lot, but because so many people, or I should say, but because systems is such a massive thing and it's such a foreign thing, I feel like the understanding of what systems are can sometimes get lost in the fact that it's a massive thing. So in short, though, systems are essentially how you get from point A to point to Z, right? From A to Z. And all the letters in between A and Z are your steps, your process, all of the little things that are in between it, okay? That's a system. Essentially, it's a process, right? It can be a step-by-step thing, all right? It's how we do something and how we do something efficiently. A streamlined system is going to be how you are very, very, very efficient, okay? So essentially, what I do with systems, right, before I get to the game plan, is we take systems that are already created and you can use, and then we streamline them, right? Or if you don't have systems created yet, then we start from scratch with, templates or whatever too. Depending on what you want to do, your goals, that's then when we create the systems from scratch, essentially. But with a systems game plan, which is where this comes in, right? Only at a minute and a half, we're doing good. So a game plan. This is where, okay, systems are massive. Systems take time. Systems are sometimes very hard to understand. A game plan in it is what systems do I need and what order in which am I going to create them, right? Am I going to hire them out to have someone create them for me? What am I going to put the time aside to work on what system? What time am I going to put aside to actually use the system? Okay? So in this game plan, we end up, I actually have an entire booklet for this game plan, okay? So in the systems game plan book here, I walk you through the 5 systems that every single business needs. Okay? It doesn't matter what type of business you are. Every business needs these 5 systems. And in these 5 systems, we're able to really build a very firm foundation to where you can get more time back in your life. Okay? You didn't start a business for you to work in your business for 40 plus hours a week, right? You actually, you're fine with 40 hours more than likely, but you're like, I don't want to, I'm working actually more like 60 to 80 hours a week, and I'm not getting paid as if I'm working for 60 or 80 hours a week, right? And so I am always like, how do we get the same results, but in less time, okay? And so in the systems game plan, I have an entire lesson that I go through, but also there's the handout. The workbook, I don't even know what I call it, but this thing, right? This beautiful thing that I hyper-focused on it was actually more like last week. I actually put it together in the workbook and make it all pretty anyway. Lots of other things way before that. But it walks you through you being able to brainstorm it out, you being able to prioritize things, you really being able to get that game plan put into place either by yourself or there's ways to have assistance too from me, okay? Now, I did this systems game plan with my retreat attendees last week, and although we didn't quite go through it in the way that we wanted to, because it's actually meant to be over a course of several days, but at least, it could be several weeks too, but we were able to get the start of the systems game plan. We were able to write down, like, where are the systems that I have already in place, or even parts of them? Where do I need more? Like, where's the struggles, right? What systems can we put in place to alleviate some of those struggles, okay? And so throughout this, we have so many things. Okay, let me look really quick. Now, yes, I have the systems memorized, but you know how sometimes we like to look at it, right? So the game plan is literally just, let me see if I can get it to fold, right? So here's our game plan. We literally are just going to fill this out, all right? But we're going to have so many other things that work us through it, okay? And everyone loves a good handout, like Leanne said here in the comments. She's like, I love a good handout. I do too, and that's why I create them. We've got slides, we've got the handout, we've got some teaching. I try to make it to where we have all the things. Hopefully on this video, if you turned on captions, you can have the captions too, right? So lots of different ways to do this. But in the end, what are systems going to do for you, and why in the world do I want a game plan anyway? Okay, I'm going to make sure I answer that question too. And systems, oh my gosh, I wish I would have gotten my list of how many life-changing things systems can do for you. But essentially, it boils down to systems are going to allow you to have 10 plus hours a week back. Now, does that mean tomorrow, if you start implementing systems today, you're going to have 10 plus hours tomorrow? No. But I wish it was that easy. Magic wand, I would be down with that. Not quite that fast, but it's a lot faster when you have some support from someone that knows what they're doing, right? Instead of, floating out in space like, I think I might try this. I think this might be a good thing, right? So when you have a mentor of some sort or strategist that's able to help you with it, that can go a lot faster, but still not in 24 hours, I promise. But we're able to, so saving you time, right? Sometimes you're so close to your systems that you've created yourself that you don't see the holes in them. You won't believe how many times I have someone come into my business, whether they know anything about systems or not. It's actually beneficial if they don't know anything about systems. They come in, as far as for someone that's a system strategist, not for you necessarily. But like I have someone come in and I just like, look, what doesn't make sense to you? What doesn't flow? And it's amazing what you end up seeing from somebody. Like if you brought in a team member into your business and you're like, and they don't understand what's happening, that means we have some holes you need to plug in our systems, or they need to be more streamlined, right? Or if someone's if they're taking too long, right? So there's so many things, so many ways that we can do different things like that. I don't remember the other thing I said I was going to say. Oh yeah, I was just going on about the benefits of systems. Here we go. So it saves you time. But what does saving you time actually do for you? Because this is the biggest thing that they do, is they save you time. But saving time means you have, I was going to tell you have less mental strain on your brain. That was what the other big one is. So saves you time and less strain on your brain, right? There's already enough, as we're all neurodivergent, right? So we already are struggling with common things. The last thing we need to do is struggle with things that can actually be put into something else that helps us actually do the thing or bring people in to do the things, okay? That's what either it saves us time and it allows us to not have as much mental strain on our brain. So between those two things, having just the number one system that I tell everyone to have is a task management system, okay? Even just having a task management system is going to save you hours, okay? When you know where things are, when you know what you need to do, you're not scouring all over the place to find it, okay? It's going to automatically save you time, okay? It's going to automatically help reduce the mental strain on your brain because you're not trying to recall it from your brain only. You're just having to open up your task management system and it's just there. I showed Kaylee, who attended my retreat over the weekend, I showed her my ClickUp. She wanted some one-on-one time with my ClickUp, in ClickUp for herself. She was like, oh my gosh, she sat down with me. It was amazing to see your ClickUp, but it was even more amazing to see you, like to have you walk me through my ClickUp and to be able to set it up in a way that makes sense to my brain. Now, do we get through all of it? No, because there's endless possibilities, but we got a really good start, which means now she's going to start working on using the ClickUp that we did put into place, because actually using the systems that we put into place actually takes work in itself, remembering to use them. And that is where a lot of support comes in too, is just learning how to actually do the things, right? After we've put in place tools, right, that are going to be able to help us with that, because we are so used to doing it the gosh darn hard way. Just going to be real. We're so used to doing it the hard way that we don't even think, like, we don't even think about the fact that there could have been an easier way. Or even when we put in the work to have an easier way, that there is an easier way, period. Like, or that we actually can use this easier way. Okay? So, okay. Let me breathe. Let me take a drink of water. I was actually a hot minute late to this live because I was like, you're going to need your water. You are hyped up about this. You get to jam out about systems. You need to just, you need some water. Okay. So, if you have any questions about this, I totally want you to drop those in the comments, okay? Drop them in the comments. I love doing this. I do this on my YouTube channel. That's fun. Anyway, so, if you have any questions, I'd love to answer them for you. But as far as let me see if there's anything else. And I'm going to take you guys away from my mic because otherwise you're going to hear all the things. I'm going to give you guys an inside look into what my 5 systems are. Okay? What are the 5 top systems that every business needs? And if you want to see these in checklist form, you can grab the systems checklist. Okay, it's included in the game plan, but it's also included. I'll pop that below. Actually, I'll just go ahead and put that right here. The systems checklist is free. And in the systems checklist, I'm going to talk while doing this. You're able to get access to the top 5 systems. These are umbrella systems. All right. Umbrella systems means that they have a lot of systems underneath of them or lots of steps. Okay. So it's not like it's an all-inclusive thing here. I mean, it is, but it's going to take some work to break them down too. All right. So you can get that systems checklist if you'd like. But in the systems checklist, we have 5 systems. And in those 5 systems, there are your task management system. So that's number 1. If you don't have a way outwardly from your brain to put tasks that you need to do for your business or your life, we need something, okay? If it's a literal to-do list, okay, that is something that you can use. If it is a paper planner, I do not use planners anymore, so I don't have any to show you. I can't. It has to come with me. It has to be on my phone. It has to be on my computer. I have to be able to access it no matter where I'm at, right? Something that has your tasks. I don't even care if it's a Word document, right? Something that you can access that has it outside of your brain. That I would prefer, I would suggest something like ClickUp, Trello, Notion, something that actually is created to manage tasks and projects. But you know what? That's not entirely the whole point, right? It's just so we're not having all the stress on our brain. And when we're ready to work, we already have the things laid out. That is where this comes in, okay? Number 2 is a schedule that actually works for you. A lot of times people are like, I don't have time. Well, if you implemented the systems, then you'd have time. But if you don't have a schedule that actually works for you to be able to implement systems, it's not going to work anyway, okay? Our schedule is huge, okay? Huge. So you have to have a schedule that works for your brain, and there's an entire training on that as well. A marketing system, right? That's how you actually plan things out, your strategy, actually taking action, following up with humans, and lead generating, all those fun business things that come with marketing, right? Do you have a system for that? Or do you just kind of like, hey, we're going to follow up with this person. Hey, we're going to post this thing. Like, do we have anything, any strategy behind that? Do we have any actual steps, any systems in place for that at all? Right? A financial system. How are we keeping track of income, expenses, anything, stuff like that. And number 5 is a client care or customer service system. We need all of these systems, okay? You can be the best at marketing and bringing in people, but we need to be able to make sure that those people are taken care of when they're in our care, right? That we're not just taking their money and then throwing something at them and not really giving them, like, we're all humans, right? We all love that interaction with people. We want to make sure that we're being taken care of, and we have the things available to us to be able to do that, to give that exceptional client care or customer service, depending on your business, right? And so in these are the 5 biggest, okay? I just gave it to you. If you want to have them in print form, go ahead and grab that checklist, okay? You can be added to my weekly emails. I tell you about these lives in there too. There's so many other things. That is great in those emails too. Okay, 1 a week. That's it. I might throw in a second one every once in a while if I have something super exciting I don't want to wait for, but that's it. All right, I'm not going to overwhelm your inbox. That does not serve you. All right. So those are the 5 things. If you have any questions, let me know. And I'm going to invite you to something, because inviting you to something is the way that you are going to be able to learn more and to get more support from me and from others that are also in your shoes, right? They need systems, okay? Systems have saved me so many times, and I want it to save you and your business. Not save your business. I want it to save your sanity in your business. I want to support you in your business. I want to support you in your home life so you have more time with your kids and your family, or whatever those goals and dreams are. I want you to have more time to do those things. And being able to systematize your business and even your life is going to help you so much, even with your neurodivergent, okay? I have ADHD. My entire family has some form of neurodivergence, okay? It is possible when you have a support that you need to actually do the things. And the hardest thing is actually remembering to use these systems. I've set up ClickUps for many people, and actually having them remember to use it has been the biggest challenge. Okay? Having that support is where it is. You need the support to remember to use the system. Okay? And that is where it's huge. All right? And I invite you to join the Hyperfocus Treehouse, right? Because it may be a monthly membership program, but it is going to be able to help you actually put in place these systems, declutter the things, actually be able to move forward and have the support that you actually need. Like, I have heard from so many people, they're like, I love the accountability. I actually reach out to you. This has been the biggest thing that I have found from so many different programs is they don't reach out to you to make sure that you are okay, to make sure that you don't need the support. I understand it's scary to reach out for support. Like, I've done it in programs too until I felt really comfortable. And at that time, it was months. And I was like, I could have had the support this whole time, right? So I reach out to you. If you disappear for more than 3 days, I'm in your DMs going, how are you? How are things? How can I support you? Okay? Because I understand life gets busy for one, but two, you're paying for something. I want to make sure you use that. And if you're not, is it because you're stuck? Is it because you need more support? Is it because it's not the right support? I'm going to talk about what that looks like too, right? There's so many things, so many, all right? But to make this short, in the Hyperfocus Treehouse, what I just told you, the systems game plan, we're going through this in the month of May, all right? Now, this is going to be available as a one-off, but it's not going to be available until June. Okay, so if you don't want to wait another 30 plus days to be able to get your hands on actually being able to create the systems game plan and get the support you need to actually move it forward, I just encourage you to join the Treehouse. Okay, all right. There's 3 levels of this. This is the systems game plan is located in levels 2 and 3. So if you are like, I'm intrigued, you can check out the page that has all the information on it. You can just send me a DM. Okay, and we can talk about, will this be a great fit for you? What level will be a great fit for you? What does it look like financially? I'll answer all your questions. You can ask me all the questions in the world, and I'll be glad to answer every single one of those, okay? But if you're also one of the people that likes to just go sneak out or go look at the sales page, like me, and multiple times probably if you're also like me, there you go. It's also in the comments. You can just go ahead and check out the sales page. Go and look at it. You can see all the details in there. I think it's all completely 100% updated. We just added a sales power hour though, so maybe that one's not on there. But either way, we are going to dig deep into what these systems look like, and we're going to have some focused trainings around putting these systems in place. There's plenty of options to ask questions for your own thing specifically, okay? And that's what makes this super powerful. All right, I am a very hands-on type of coach. If I want to call myself coach, I'm really a strategist. I really like putting all the pieces, but then I'm also like a teacher. You know, I don't know. You know, I'm not really getting hung up on what the titles are right now. All right, but I'm a person that's going to be there when you struggle with it and you're like, I need you to walk me through this. I need you to do this. I need this. We're going to figure out how to make it work. Okay? All right. If you have any questions, whether you're watching this live or the replay, go ahead and ask them. I absolutely would love to be able to support you in this, okay? This is seriously my passion. I hope you can see that through me being live. I literally had to go and sit before I did this because about an hour ago, well, at 3 o'clock, it's 4:20 now. So an hour and 20 minutes ago. So I was like, I am drained. I have no spoons. How am I going to do this? Why did I schedule this, right? So I actually show up. That's why I scheduled it. I wish I could have done this earlier, you know, whatever. I went and took a break because that's what my body needed. And I came back and I'm sitting here and you know what? I just energized myself by teaching here so I can go and do the rest of the things that I need to do that are on this list, okay? I actually used ClickUp, but I needed it in here for today. So I have this when I need it, okay? So I hope to see you guys hopping in my DMs to talk about the Treehouse, what that looks like. But I really, really, really hope that we are able to work with you in the Treehouse this month to get your systems game plan all figured out and get you some personalized training as well. All right. Have an amazing rest of your day.